In your house, host Grunmeister laying the Smackdown. Top rope, high flyer, got the latest news on standby. In your house, Grunmeister talking all the shit. Grunmeister covering the news. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, it's time for Grunmeister and all the Smackdown reviews.
Hello and welcome to Grun's Room. I am your host, Grunmeister, the one and only. And I am here to talk to you about WWE Smackdown from last week. And we're going to talk about Smackdown that's going on tonight. We got some wrestling news. And in the chat, we got my guy, one of our favorite In Your House members. You're all our favorites. We all love it that you're a part of In Your House, but we love how Lou shows up every week to support us. He listens to the podcast. We love it. We love when you guys listen to the podcast. So please listen to our podcast. You'll be helping us out. You don't need to give us money. You just need to listen. Let us share our opinions with you. Let us share our ideas with you. I promise you'll enjoy it. It's going to be awesome. We got a great team, and we do so much awesome stuff. We got wrestling news, as I was saying. A particular luchador will not be joining WWE as soon as we thought he was. Happy Friday to you too, Lou. And what else is going on? Week 3 of the NFL, I think, or week 4? It's 4, I think. 3. I can't count. Yeah, Lou. Lou, don't you worry. I'm going to talk about that. That we are talking about. We are talking about that. Week 4. Thank you, Lou. Okay, see, guys, I need help with this. Okay, I know things. I don't know all. I don't know everything, and I don't keep track of everything. But week 4 in the NFL, things are looking, I guess, pretty interesting. I haven't actually looked at the overall records, but I know Philadelphia Eagles are looking like it's going to be a rough year. Whereas Kansas City is doing what Kansas City is expected, and it's just gonna be an interesting year, I think, for the NFL. Should be fun though. And be sure to tune in to all of the In Your House Wrestling podcast channels if you need to figure out, if you need to know where you can find them. We're on. It's IYH Wrestling Podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, I think on Twitch. Okay, just drop a follow, and you can listen to all of them for free. Like that's the best thing. Kansas City refs. Yeah, I know people still saying that it's the refs. The refs are screwing the other teams because it's Kansas City. You know what? I actually do have a theory about that. I'm going to get into right now. My theory is actually we had the Patriots dynasty for so long that the NFL fans, or at least a portion of them, don't want another dynasty. And that's what they're afraid of, that with Kansas City, that Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are that new combination of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, that they're just unstoppable, that they can make everything work. Yeah, I mean, like, what do they got? What do they have? 3 Super Bowls in about 5 years, 6 years. So I know they won 2 back-to-back, which is very impressive. But yeah, like it's looking that way. Yeah, sounds about right. And you have the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift shit that, surprise, surprise, it's being led to believe, everyone's being led to believe that the relationship was a farce. It wasn't real. That it was some sort of contract to try and get more people watching the NFL and I guess more NFL fans listening to Taylor Swift. I don't think it would have worked that way, but hey, I don't know. If you like Taylor Swift, that is your opinion. You are allowed to have it. You are allowed to believe Taylor Swift is the greatest musician and singer since sliced bread. I am allowed to disagree with you. You don't have to agree. Plus, if you actually ask me my opinions on music, like, I'm gonna give you names like AC/DC. I'm gonna give you names like Queen. I'm gonna give you names like Papa Roach, Falling in Reverse, Five Finger Death Punch, Skill. I'm gonna give you Breaking Benjamin. I'm gonna give you names of bands that are big in their genre, in their world, but if they venture out and try and go mainstream, like, unfortunately no one really is gonna know who they are, which is, to me, it hurts. That hurts me. But look, I acknowledge Taylor Swift. She's got multi-million followers, fans, tens of millions of fans. She's probably made more money in a year than I'll make in my entire life. So it's like, I'll just stick to my opinion that I think she's overrated. I'll just stick to that. Hate me all you want. I'm not going to change it. I think she's overrated. But speaking of frustration, because I'm sure I just ruffled a lot of feathers and really plucked some nerves with that statement about Taylor Swift. A certain someone in the wrestling industry has plucked the nerve and has really pissed off a lot of people. Can you guess who it is? Your choices are representative from WWE or a representative from AEW. Did you pick AEW? Did you think it was Tony Khan? Because he can't shut up and he can't stop doing stuff that makes people mad? You are correct. It is Tony Khan. And he did what was the most... what I'm trying to say is he did the thing that most fans were the most afraid of that he was going to do. Ray Phoenix's contract was supposed to be up soon, either the end of September 2024, this month, or sometime in October. However, due to Ray missing, I think, in the range of 8 to 12 months due to injury, Tony Khan has tacked on the time that Ray Phoenix missed due to injury. So he will not be going or leaving AEW specifically and potentially going to WWE until late next year, until late 2025. And a lot of people are calling it petty. A lot of people are saying that it's a Vince McMahon move, which, yeah, it is. I also got reminded today that that you got to be careful with what you say online, because you don't know what kind of opportunities may pop up for you. But if you tweeted something out that seems unprofessional and you don't have a response to how are you going to prove that you are more professional and you are more mature than you were before, it can really hurt you. So I'm going to watch what I say with this, because I think I agree with what a lot of people are saying, that this was petty, that this was a Vince McMahon move. There is a detail that we need to acknowledge, and that is, it is within Tony Khan's legal right. This is not something new that we've seen in contracts. We've seen it. We don't like it, but it is It's just something in the contract that is to protect the promotion, to protect the promoter in case they have lost money. Or no, because they do lose money when someone is incapable of working for an extended period of time due to injury. So Tony Khan sees this as a way to recoup. Well, legally, it's a way for him to recoup his money, to get his money back, to make Ray Phoenix work, or have him sit on the bench. And this is the thing that concerns a lot of people, because normally when this happens, we don't see the wrestler who wants to leave but can't because they have to serve more time due to injury. We usually don't see them. We either don't usually see them wrestle. We either don't see them on TV doing anything on TV, or the promotion, WWE, has been guilty of this before as well. They are trying to destroy their stock, their reputation, their momentum. Granted, John Moxley, Dean Ambrose, they tried to do that with him. They tried to destroy his momentum and his reputation. It didn't work because fans were already dead set on how they were going to feel about this. They already knew that what WWE was trying to do. Or at least, I shouldn't say WWE, I should say Vince McMahon. I know there are gonna be people that don't appreciate and don't like that I say this. However, it is just how it happened. I'm definitely not thrilled about it. Penta El Cero Miedo, Pentagon Jr., he should be in the clear, should be able to join WWE soon. I think WWE needs to look at this as an opportunity to show the uninitiated of the WWE universe who don't know who Pentagon Jr. or Penta El Cero Miedo, who he is. Let him have a short singles run. You don't need to put a title on him or anything. Just get him in the ring, wrestling people, and showcase what he can do. Showcase the things that made him popular. Because while we have seen that the Tongans are, something isn't clicking with the Tongans. Like it could be because that WWE is trying to push Solo and it's hurting everyone around him. Or it could be that they're just better in New Japan, or they're just better in different promotions, and the sports entertainment WWE world they're just not made for it. And the Tongans, like, they're not spring chickens. Like, they've been around 15 years at least, I think. So you would be basically having them try and wrestle and cut promos in a very different way, or just have them adjust to the sports entertainment world. Penta, I think he's gonna do fine. I think, even though he's not a spring chicken himself, I think he was made for sports entertainment. I think he is gonna do just fine in WWE. Speaking of people that aren't spring chickens anymore, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, their contracts apparently are coming up soon, and WWE they seem to be more interested in seeing what they want to do. Shinsuke Nakamura, I know from a post I saw years ago, he loves living in the United States and is happy to not be at TV, he's happy to just be home at his home in Florida, I believe, surfing, just living the beach life and all that. Like, yeah, cool. Like, yeah, I mean, look, I love watching Shinsuke wrestle. He's a great wrestler. He's great in the ring, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want him taking time away from, like, Braun Breaker, from Ilya Dragunov, from Gunther, from Ludwig Kaiser, from Tiffany Stratton, from Nia Jax, from Bailey from from the Wyatt Six. So I'm cool with it. So I think we look at it more as, you know what, it's a relationship that everyone seems to be happy with. So just let that be. While AJ Styles, it seems to be more they're waiting for him to tell them what he wants to do. Because I think that's what it is. I think because AJ he's ready to retire. If he's signing another full-time contract, or even if it's a part-time contract, it's probably not going to be for more than a year or two. It's probably maybe 3 years max. But AJ Styles, like he's ready to retire, I believe. He's ready to hang up the boots, and he's ready to do anything else with his life. Now that could include being switched to a role in NXT, maybe working alongside Shawn Michaels and training new wrestlers, or training people in the NIL program, the Next in Line program, which I think, I imagine AJ would like that, because I don't know where Gainesville, Georgia is, or I think he still lives in Gainesville, Georgia. I don't know where that is in comparison to Orlando, but I imagine it wouldn't be that crazy for him to. It might be a couple hour drive, right? But yeah, even Lou's saying in chat, I do remember him saying this is his last WWE contract, because he did say he was done. Yeah, and he's still got children that are young, and he wants to be there more for their school events. He wants to be an active father in their lives. Okay, so Lou is saying he knows where Gainesville is, and it's not so close to Orlando. Okay, so I don't think I don't think it would be. I'm trying to think, what would I do in AJ's shoes? Because I got young kids. They've made friends. They've lived in Georgia. I'm guessing they're in Georgia their whole lives. Dad doesn't, and I am getting an offer from WWE to relocate to Florida to Orlando to work in NXT. If I'm AJ, I'm thinking that's a decision I have to make with my wife and with my kids. I gotta know how they feel about it. Would they be okay with it? Because if I'm AJ Styles, and if there's anything we know about it, he puts his family and his kids first. Those are the people that matter to him. People wondered for years why he didn't go to WWE in 2002, and it wasn't so much that WWE didn't offer him a contract. They did. They offered him a developmental contract. He turned it down because his I think they were married at the time. His wife was going to school for teaching, I believe, and he wanted, and him taking the contract would have made it hard for him to be there to support her. So he made the decision to stay on the indies and do what he could to help her, to give her the opportunity for her to have her own career. And if you really look at it, AJ had one hell of a career even before he got to WWE. AJ did a lot, and he seemingly really avoided a lot of the drama that pro wrestling is known to cause in families. So if I'm AJ, I don't see how that's not a win. How haven't always made the best decisions. AJ, I'm positive he's always made the best decisions. So the question really is going to be, what is going to be AJ's final decision, and what is going to be his final match? It could be him versus John Cena. It could be. That absolutely could be. I could see that being a match that we see next year. I think it's time to talk about SmackDown. I'm kind of out of what to talk about. So SmackDown last week started off with a United States Championship match between LA Knight and Andrade. Andrade did lose, even after hitting what he calls the final message, which is his finisher from the second rope. So we had that. It was a very good match, which afterwards, Carmelo Hayes decided to get in Andrade's face. And I was like, oh, how come you didn't win? How come you didn't win? How come you didn't win? And now we're having a sixth match between the two of them tonight. I can buy into it, to this feud a bit, but I think it's kind of getting a little bit old, so we'll see what happens. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes had a cinematic segment next, where they were at the Georgia Tech football field, and it was a very cool looking segment, but I think they just did it because they wanted to do it. Not so much that they needed it to be this cinematic. It looked visually appealing. It was awesome, but yeah, they could have just done this in the arena. But basically, they're both agreeing that they're going to have each other's backs. Apollo Crews takes on Giovanni Vinci for the second time and wins again. So Apollo Crews has 2 wins over Giovanni Vinci, and Vinci is being looked like a chump. The Bloodline then came out to pick a fight with Kevin Owens, who they were supposed to have a 6-man tag team match against. It was supposed to be the Tongans, and I believe it was Jacob Fatu. The 3 of them were supposed to take on Kevin Owens and DIY. However, the Bloodline took out DIY earlier, and I believe it was, was it? Wait. Yes. So I had to look up it. I was like, wait, hold on, didn't this? So yes, the Bloodline took out DIY, and later on in the evening, the Street Profits would step up to team up with Kevin Owens. But before that, we did have a tornado tag team match, which I like. You know what? I gotta say this. I didn't find out this about it being a tornado tag team match until after I had already recorded the show. And so, like, this tornado tag team in a tag team match, women's tag team match, where Bayley and Naomi, whoever got the pinfall win or submission win, whatever, just got the win for the team, that individual got the championship match against Nia Jax. However, if one of them lost, then that person who took the L would have to leave SmackDown permanently. And I have never seen the Tornado Tag Team stipulation work better than in this specific scenario. Like that is a perfect scenario for the WWE Tag Team or for the Tornado Tag Team stipulation. It's perfect. Bayley and Naomi did get the win. However, when you look at the shot, they both had Nia pinned. So now they're gonna have to face each other tonight, 1-on-1. The winner will take on Nia Jax. Okay. So Kevin Owens versus the Street Profits ended, and the Street Profits versus the Bloodline ended in no contest due to interferences from Solo Sikoa, due to interferences from DIY, and all hell breaking loose. So I think we're getting close to figuring out what is the Survivor Series War Games match. It is definitely Bloodline 2.0 versus I'm guessing some sort of arrangement between these tag teams and these individuals. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. As for tonight, Solo Sikoa returns to SmackDown, and we're gearing up for Bad Blood, which is next Sunday, October 5th, I believe it is. October 5th. So yes, October 5th. It is a Saturday. So we'll probably hear from Solo Sikoa and see what he has to say, what he has to add to anything. Bayley takes on Naomi to determine who challenges Nia Jax. Yeah, Lulu, he's going to Bad Blood, so he cannot wait for that. Bad Blood's in Atlanta, Georgia. So like, yeah, that'll be insane. Andrade leads Carmelo Hayes 3-2, and look, the 7th match has to be some sort of special stipulation or something. Okay, because like I get that these guys don't need it, but I guess just for me, like I need the stipulation just to make it a little bit more interesting. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We also have Michin. I'm reading this and this has got me a little bit confused. So Michin is set to battle Chelsea Green in a dumpster match. However, the graphic on WWE.com is Michin and Piper Niven. And then in the text underneath that, as Michin commented on her plans for Green during SmackDown Lowdown, Piper Niven launched a sneak attack on the unsuspecting superstar with a trash can. As a result, the Michin and Niven, as a result, the Michin and Niven will now battle 1-on-1. Don't miss all the action of SmackDown this Friday at 8 p.m. 7 Central on USA. I am starting to believe that this was written by AI and someone at the WWE writing team is lazy as fuck. I apologize to the WWE if that is not the case, but this is confusing as hell to read, because at no point do you tell the reader that the match has been changed. You just say Michin's gonna battle Piper Niven, but it's like, hold on, but you're not confirming that the dumpster match is off or that the dumpster match has been changed to Piper Niven being in the dumpster match instead. So I apologize for any if I'm overstepping a line, WWE, but I feel like it is my responsibility to point out that this I failed to see how this makes sense. I personally don't believe that was written by a person. If it was, it does not feel grammatically correct, because no one has been calling Mia Yim the Michin. You guys have just been calling her Michin, which I'm not crazy about the name, but okay, like it's fine. But now she's the Michin. You guys only just recently, like literally this past week on Raw, was the first time you Samantha Irving referred to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn as the unholy union. And like they like, you've had artwork and merchandise and stuff calling them the unholy union. They've been mentioned as the unholy union everywhere, but you never called them that as a tag team. So like, it's like you weren't even mentioning it at all. Like, you could have like not even saying like the unholy union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Like, I gotta call you. I gotta call it out. Like, I love the product you guys point out right now. These little things like bother me because I didn't think that we would have these tiny little things to nitpick in the Triple H era. I don't think you're gonna listen to me because I'm just a man on the internet just complaining, and I don't see why you would. But if you do, know that I am a diehard WWE fan. I love the WWE. I hope it continues success, and I hope you keep breeding great professional wrestlers and great superstars for decades to come. With all that said, I think it is a good time to wrap it up. This was a pretty good episode, I think. I think I've had better, but you know what? I think it was all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your Friday nights, enjoy your weekend. Be sure to listen to In Your House Wrestling Podcast, and be sure to check us out on the Sunday House Party Sundays, late morning, early afternoon on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on X. Check us out. Tune in, get on, or get going. Have a good weekend, guys.
In your house, host Grunmeister laying the Smackdown. Top rope, high flyer, got the latest news on standby. In your house, Grunmeister talking all the shit. Grunmeister covering the news. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, it's time for Grunmeister and all the Smackdown reviews.